Look in the corner of the room. Ooh. Unopened summons. Executioner waits ahead. Hello? I had nose surgery and spent 3 days swallowing my own blood, and then I vomited it back up. That's extremely gross. Wow. I did swallow a lot of my own blood after my recovery from wisdom tooth surgery, but it sucked pretty bad. So I can relate to you there. I think I'm gonna go back to the Hunter's Dream. Yeah, it was basically just like, it tasted really bad. Is pretty much what it comes down to. Give me, there we go. Unspeakable blood echoes. Oh. I don't know if I'm going to use that Cold Blood Do 1. I'm just going to quickly check and see if I can upgrade my weapon, but I doubt I can. Yeah. We're missing a slab, I think.
Gammon awaits you. Go on. Very, let me step.
Before I level up, I think I might only have 14 vials. So we should buy at least, I'd like to buy 26, honestly. That way we have 2 full stacks.
Gammon awaits. Go on. Very well, let me.
We can only level up once. Alright, well, let's keep getting skill up there. Got another 16 after that. You don't need to level anymore, just buy blood vials. I don't know though, like the leveling has been working out pretty well. Oops. Can't quite get that, okay. No attire is for sale. Just consumables. Go to the cathedral town. Find Alfred near the entrance to Old Yarnum. Give him the summons, and then go back to the Canehurst Queen. You could use insight items to get enough. That's almost certainly true. I really doubt I have used any madman's knowledge. We have 41, I think, so do me a favor and use 19. Now I don't have enough echoes, but wow. There we go. Hey. Eat the umbilical cords. Okay. The reason I was not eating them was because I only had 2, but perhaps it does not matter. Do not yet. You still need 3, but you can eat them whenever. Okay. He's become like a Bloodborne god. Go to the church to get the 3rd. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm pretty good at clicking the right stick in and then pressing R1 3 times and then pressing B when an enemy does the animation to swing their weapon. However, I have no idea what any of the directions in this game are. So when you say go to the church, I'm like, you might as well say roll a dice and pick a lantern at this point. Cathedral Ward. I once had a ward, or should I say, she once had me. So, German lit a fire, isn't it good? Norwegian word. Follow the blood trail. Am I losing my mind? It is downstairs. Okay. Is it this downstairs or was it the other downstairs? This is the correct way. I'll be the judge of that.
It can't be. This is a nightmare.
We've done it. Sorry, I did kind of miss her on the way there. Or I missed the... I hit her on the way, I should say. Whoops. Because angels wanna wear my red shoes. Ga-da-da-dun. Hey, problem solved. Alright. For sale, baby shoes, instantly worn. Now you need the 4th chord? Excuse me? It's Ebrietta or DLC time. Okay. The only things left are Ebriettas and the DLC. Well, then let's give Ebriettas a try again. Kind of want some bolt paper, but I can live without it. Well, she's like way up here. Trying to think now. It's even further. How did we get to this lady? Oh my god. Was she in the Lunarium? No, that's where we beat the boss. It would be wise to grab a bolt paper. It would cost me some insight, but it's probably worth it. It's Lumen Flower Gardens. That's right, thank you. So, I'm a little baby, and I'm gonna put these off and wear these because they're more, you know, it's armor. NL, how was your weekend? It was good, dude. It was easy. Like, it's my last couple of days before we leave for vacation, so I was working hard to get my fill. Everybody wants a thrill. For the moment never ends. It just goes on and on and on and on. Oops. So I was working hard. I mean, yesterday I was very proactive. I set the videos, pardon me, that are going to go up while I'm away. That's actually like a 3-hour task. A 3-hour task. So, to get that knocked out yesterday was very wise, I think. Probably we won't need that last blood vial. Hopefully. Are you going to reconnect with your old students? No. I think, like, if this were a Hollywood movie, that would be, like, cool. But I think it would just be a little weird to go back and be like, hey, remember when I taught you when you were 11? I'm back on vacation. Well, I don't know. Now you're, like, you know, 19. Let's have like a beer or something like that. It seems a little strange to me. They got their own lives. They don't need to be part of my part of the narrative of my life. Well, it's like a really okay start. They have also almost certainly forgotten me by now. Most of them, at least. I think I'm sure they like, hey, remember that guy? Which one was he again? Oh, the bald one. That's right. But like, you know, they get these mercenary teachers in there every year. Come for a year, teach them a couple classes, then leave. You know? No, what? No, you wouldn't. Oh, we're just dead. Yeah, nothing to worry about. So I leave tomorrow, and I come back on the 27th. So it's not really like that long away, to be honest with you. Stop. Oh, I could have gotten a little more. I have my first interview for interning at a legit game studio tomorrow. Wish me luck, Egg Boy. Best of luck to you. Sincerely. Just tell them you watch Northernlion and they'll hire you on the spot. Stream on the 28th or not before Thursday? Knowing me, I'll probably be eager to get back to it, so I wouldn't be surprised if I stream on the 28th, but I'm not going to make any promises yet, until I know, like, you know, how I'm feeling when I come back. But I'd say it's probably a relatively safe bet. Wow, that was just a horrible start. Probably should have gone for a rally instead, but... Oh my god. Do you get jet lag? Yeah. Well, like, everybody on Earth gets jet lag. I firmly believe it. It's probably the first time I've ever done that attack. And, like, the Korean jet lag is no joke. It's like 13 hours. But the thing is, we kind of already live on, like, a different time zone compared to the average person. Because of the hours that we keep. So I think we get it less badly than some people. Just because of our existing lifestyle, but... Hey, NL, you know what's effed? You still pay the same rent for February, even though there's 2 less days. Well, let me pose you a question, my friend. What if you actually get a discount every other month? What if you only play... What if February's normal, and you're only paying 28 days worth of rent in your average month? You ever think about that? I don't know how he's reading chat and fighting this boss. Because I have a good brain, okay? I did die. But I still have a good brain. We get to, like, literally 80% of the way through the fight over and over. I'm not going to apologize for taking a hit on this boss, because it's one of those things where, like, this boss is just folds and tentacles. Like, I have no... And you have to get right next to it. I have no idea what the animations are at any given moment. Are you going to vlog in Korea? Kate might, but to be honest, I don't, because I think something that, you know, like, I'm not going to toot my own horn too much, but I work a lot. And yet, for some reason, find myself resilient to the burnout that seems to plague a lot of streamers who are, you know, doing this for a long time. And I think it's because when I go on vacation, I kind of take a hardline stance of, like, I'm not going on vacation and making content simultaneously. Like, I'm protective of my vacation time, and I want to... You know, I think it's important, like, for self-care to do it, honestly. Whatever, you guys don't matter to me anymore. Not chat. Most of you guys are pretty cool. But, don't need to kill those guys. Wow. No, even the anime thing. Again, it's mostly just a misunderstanding. And then, you know, mostly the misunderstanding comes from me not recognizing that, you know, the fandom is that sensitive. And then I was coming across ignorant. So again, I got no problem apologizing for that. I'm not drawing up battle lines, you know? I'm happy to come to some kind of compromise. I know you were just joking, but... we lived. You gotta stay up in those folds. Yeah, I agreed. Alright, so this is where we usually die. Because we get absolutely obliterated in the corner. You are a bad boss. You are a bad boss. In 100 years, you'll be known as the biggest racist of our time for making fun of anime. So, like, the thing is, I know people are sensitive about these issues now. But I did, personally, I kind of took offense to the one dude who was like, you know, it could come across as at least being racial. And in the Trump era, I'm not inclined to cut many people any slack. And I'm like, I don't live in America. Like, I don't... I get it, you're living in the Trump era. I live in Canada. It's different. It's different. I'm not saying a Canadian can't be racist. I'm just saying, like, I don't live in the same context. Oh, I'm stupid. I don't live in the same context that you live in. It's true, I am also married. I'm not even married to someone of Asian descent. I'm married to someone who is Asian. Was born in Asia. But I am also cognizant of the fact that, A, you can't really use that as a defense, because you could, like, still actually be racist and be married to an Asian person. But B, I was like, it doesn't even warrant a counter-argument, because I don't recognize it as a valid criticism in the first place. And I told him as much. I was like, hey, you're entitled to your opinion, but I think it's a little crazy to call me a racist for making a joke at anime's expense. And he was like, well, I don't see it that way, but thanks for, we can agree to disagree. And I was like, yeah, okay, that's fine. Like, obviously, I think he crossed the line there, but, you gain more from dialogue than you do from just, being like, wow, he crossed the line, now I'm gonna cross the line. We're all human beings here. Except for Origin. Can't see. It's like the danger of this boss fight. Yep. Exactly the same HP. It's like the danger of this boss fight is like, I think I'm doing it badly, but I'm almost winning, so I'm like, I don't need to change up my technique, I just need to do it many times. I think I need to just, like, get away from the boss during that section. I married Kate primarily because I love her. But definitely also in the back of my head, I was like, well, can't be accused of being a racist now. Those were the two primary reasons. Here's a tip. Keep your health above 0 and try to get the enemy's HP below 0. Never thought about it that way. Let's go. And now, how do you never lash out when you're having a bad day? Well, I think that's not necessarily true. But I don't know, I try to keep it in perspective. Like, I don't know, maybe it's because streaming is like not the most frustrating thing that I do on a daily basis. Like, here's the thing, hopefully this will lead to you having more sympathy for streamers. And I mean this sincerely. When you stream, like, your world is oftentimes very small. You get in your office. Oh, don't lock on, you idiot. Don't hit me with lasers. I'll be so pissed. That's true, I go to Corey's channel and I talk shit. That's another thing, but... if you're... Real talk, most streamers, you're on this, like, feed the beast sort of style of content generation. I don't even want to waste files on this right now, but... So, you like, 90% of your social interaction, probably closer to, like, 99.9% of your social interaction, is with people in chat. And sometimes chat, they're fun, but they can deliberately troll you, and it can make, a bad day worse. So what I do is deliberately try to fill my life with other frustrations, Like, for example, how on earth do you implement a WCF service into an existing CRUD application with a repository layer? Like, it should be way easier than they make it, in my opinion. But anyway. When you realize that the best way to beat the boss is just hope that it doesn't do bad attacks to you. Yeah, I should have healed. Yep, I should have healed. I just should have healed there. That was stupid. That one, if we'd papered, we might have actually been able to do that one, but that's okay. So, I mean, like, I'm trying to... You gotta... I think a lot of streamers do overreact, but I think, you know, in chat, they kind of lack perspective sometimes as well. You're like, oh, you know, why this? I told a joke to this streamer and they took it the wrong way. And you're like, yeah, well, you know, it's because it's hard in text to tell what's sarcasm and what isn't. And, you know, beyond that, they might not know exactly who you are. And then beyond that, you know, they're at work. So when you're like, why is this person not sympathetic to my joke and they took it the wrong way? It's like they might just be, they might be on edge. No, this isn't like a Tide Pod thing. I'm over it. Yeah, you're right. I should send the elevator up this time. Whoop.